Okay. Hey guys, welcome back. So today we will solve 30 SQL problems from our end. So this is basically we will solve basic SQL problems, then we will move forward to intermediate level problems, and then we will move forward to advanced level SQL problems. Okay. So here we are using FIFA World Cup DB. I mean, it's just a dummy database for our use. So our table name is World Cup teams. Okay, so this is our table. Where is the table? Actually, this is our table, and in this table you can see World Cup teams. Okay, so in here, whatever the table you can see, it has column, country name, group letter, FIFA ranking, matches played, wins, draws, loses, goals score, goals conceded, points, star players, and so on. We have bunch of columns here, as you can see, and using this table we will solve our SQL problems and SQL tasks, as you can see, one by one. So for that reason, let's jump into our first problem. So our first problem is display all teams that are in group A. So here you can see in our World Cup teams table, in here you can see it refers display all teams that are in group A. So here basically group, first of all, let's say that in this column which represents group. So in this table, which column represent group? So here groups column represent, here as you can see from our table, group letter. Group letter basically represents our team's group actually. So here you can see Mexico is in group A, Canada is in group A, Netherlands group B, Poland group C, and so on. It has a bunch of data, as you can see from here. So in our first problem, display all teams that are in group A. Okay, so first of all, what I will do, I will select let's say country name. Okay, country name. Why I have selected country name? As you can see, it has referred display all teams. To represent team, we have to select country names actually. Okay, country names. So we have already taken country names, and also we will show group letter. Okay, group letter, that in which group they belong to. Then we can show something like, let's show FIFA ranking as well, though it's not needed, but for now let's show actually that along with our result what column we want to show. So we have selected 3 columns: select country name, group letter, and FIFA ranking. Then what we have to do, another thing, that is we have to represent that which group belong to group A. Okay, so before that we have to point it out at which database table, at which database and at which table we refer to. Okay, so for that we have to give from FIFA World Cup, actually FIFA World Cup DB. So this is our DB, then we will give dot, then our World Cup teams table. Okay, so select country name, group letter, FIFA ranking from FIFA World Cup 2016 DB dot World Cup teams table. Okay, then we will give where group letter equals to what? Equals to A. Okay, so I hope so far so good, and let's see whether we are missing something or not. So display all teams that are in group A. Okay, so for that we have taken column name which is country name, group letter and FIFA ranking from our table, and then we have refer that group letter or group, we can say, I mean, as here whatever our group, it is under the group letter column, so where group letter is A. So let's execute that and let's figure that out whether it would successfully fetch data, I mean whatever data that is present, whatever teams that is a part of group A, it will fetch the data. So let's do this and let's run it, whether it will be successfully executed or not. Let's check it out. Okay, it has been successfully. Check it out. So here you can see our country name, it is showing the country name, group letter and FIFA ranking. From this, where group letter is A, so in our group we have Mexico, Canada and Morocco. Okay, so we have successfully done our first part, which is really good news for us. So this is done. Okay, this is done. Now what is our second problem of SQL? So before that, I want to hear from you guys whether can you suggest a command or can you memorize a command that would necessarily necessarily just complete this question, or find teams that have a score 4 or more points. So what is the actual result of it and what the command would be? Do you guys have any idea? So in our problem 2 statement, it is saying that find teams that have scored 4 or more points. So we have to find teams that has a score more point. So basically points column. So here you can see from our table we are getting a column points. Okay, so we have to use this column points. So we have to find teams where teams score more than 4 goals. So it is not that difficult as far as a concern, but from your end, can you solve this problem? Let's solve this problem. I will give you around 20 seconds to think about it. Okay, so if you have successfully find this answer, so you can comment that out, or you can answer this question. So I will give you 20 seconds. Find teams that have a score 4 or more points. So you have to use your points table, your country name column from here, as you can see, and using that you have to fetch data from the table. So for that you have to mention it where points is greater or equal than 4, then it is done from our end. Okay, I have already told you out. Now let's solve it. Okay, find teams that have a score 4 or more points. So for that we have to give select, then country, then name. Why we have selected country name? Because we have to show which team actually have a score more than 4 points or score 4 points. Okay, so select country name, points column we have to add. Then we can also use here. Okay, let's take the wins column as well to show. Okay, so select country name, points and wins column from, let's copy it. Okay, rather than just write it from the scratch. So select country name, then points. Okay, let's remove it. It's kinda confusing. So let's remove it. Let's remove the win. So select country name and points from FIFA World, from this table, World Cup teams. So why I have given FIFA World Cup 2026 DB? Because our DB name is FIFA World Cup 2016, sorry, beg your pardon, 2026 DB, and under this we have our table World Cup teams. So we have added dot and that, and then our table name. Then our main logic comes that score, has to be greater than or equal to 4. So let's give this condition where points is greater than or equal what? Equal 4. And whatever the order, in descending order, we want that, for better query result. So we can use order by points. So whatever the points, according to that, in descending order it will come. Okay, so I hope everything is fine. Let's execute that and let's figure that out whether we have successfully completed this portion or not. So first of all, let's clear this and let's execute this portion only, okay, to find teams that have a score 4 or more points. So I'm executing it. Okay, we have successfully fetched the data, or fetch whatever the team that has a score more than 4 goals or equal to 4 goals. So which team are they? So it is Netherlands, Portugal, Morocco, Mexico, Belgium, Uruguay and Italy. Okay, we have also done this portion as well. This is so good. Okay, we have done this problem. Now we will back to our table to to complete the third problem. So what is our third problem? So our third problem is display the 5 teams with the best FIFA ranking. Okay, do we have any ranking? Yeah, okay, FIFA ranking. You can see FIFA ranking column is present in our table. So display the 5 teams with the best FIFA ranking. Okay, this is something that is really easy for you. So I will give you 10 seconds to think about it. Okay, I have already mentioned the column you have to use, FIFA ranking column. Okay, so display the 5 teams, top 5 teams with the best FIFA ranking. So I am adding here top. So display the top 5 teams with the best FIFA ranking. Okay, and we have to use this column, FIFA ranking. So using that, can you think about it, a SQL column? Just hypothetically think it, and after I am giving you the answer, you can match with it, that whether you are correct or not. Okay, so I'm giving you 10 seconds to think about it, because it is not much hard from your end. So let's do it. Display the top 5 teams with the best FIFA ranking, and we have to use which column? We have to use FIFA ranking column. Okay, now I will complete it, and you can match whether your result is correct or not. So we will do one thing. We will select which column? Country name column and FIFA ranking column. Okay, then we have to mention which table. So let's copy it from the previous question. Then from FIFA World Cup 2000 then order by what? Order by let's do FIFA ranking. Okay, order by FIFA ranking. In which order we want? In ascending order we want, and limit we will give 5. Now here, why we have given limit 5? Because we want top 5 teams. Okay, we just want 5 data not more than that. Okay, now let's break it out step by step. Select country name and FIFA ranking. So after successfully executing this command, we will have two columns. One column is country name and another column is FIFA ranking. And from which table it will come? It will come from World Cup teams. Okay, this is our table, and this table is under FIFA World Cup 2026 database. Now, in which order we want? So the order, whatever result that will come, okay, whatever order we will have, whatever FIFA ranking number we will have, it will come into ascending order. Okay, it will come into ascending order. Then we have to show top 5 data. So for that we have given limit 5. So I hope this portion you have understand it. Now let's execute it and figure that out whether our SQL command has any error or not. So let's execute that. Okay, successfully we have executed it, and see that whatever the FIFA ranking, it is coming from a scholar to greater number according to FIFA ranking. Okay, so Netherlands have 7 ranking, Belgium has 8th ranking, Croatia 9, Portugal 10, Italy 11, and it is giving top 5 as we have limited top 5 here. If I give 7 here, what output it would give? I mean, will it give 5 result or will it give 7 result? It will give top 7 result if we give limit 7. Okay, so let's execute this portion and let's see that whether it will give exactly 7 data or not. So as you can see, it is giving us exactly 7 data as we have limit our number to 7. So here you can count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 7 top 5 teams it is giving. Okay, so I hope you have understood this problem. Now we will see our table, and there we will move to our problem 4. Before that, I want to give a done statement here. Done. Now let's move to our problem 4. Okay, so count how many teams are stored in the table. Okay, we have to count how many teams in our table that is present. Okay, so it is not that actually much complex, and you don't have to be in a dilemma to to solve this, and it is actually very easy. And think about it, just use a bit brainstorming and just think about it again and again, that whether you can solve this problem or not, and later I will give you the answer and you can match it with yourself, that whether whatever thinking that is going through your mind, it would exactly matches with my solution or not, so that you can master this concept step by step without any doubt. So count how many teams are stored in the table. Okay, so we have to use function count. Okay, so using that, how can you do this? How can you complete this question? Count how many teams are stored in the table. I am giving you 10 seconds to think about it, to think a command, so that it would successfully complete this question. Count how many teams are stored in the table. It is very easy. You have to use count function. So I hope hypothetically you have already have a opinion about it. Now let's match it with your idea, with your vision, whether it would successfully matches with your idea or not. Count how many teams are stored in the table. Okay, let's count it. So this is our problem 4. So which column should I, okay, we have to use count, so select count. Okay, so this is a function in SQL. So you want count. Okay, select count. So from the entire table, okay, from the entire table we have to search it. So select whatever entities we have. So select count the entire data. So it would let's give some aliasing as total teams. Okay, so this is nothing but a temporary column from where we are storing our result. So select count star, which means in our table whatever data we have, it will search each and every data in where it would store its value to total teams column, which we have created right now. It is not present in our table. Okay, so aliasing, I hope you know that aliasing is nothing but a temporary column which we sometimes create for showing our result. So here select count star as total teams from where, from this table. Okay, from this table, okay, select count as total teams, select count as total teams from this. Okay, we have done this portion. So let's execute that, whether we have successfully completed our question or not. So select count star. So what count does? Count is a built-in function in SQL, and star means all the data that is present in our table. So it will count each and every data in our table, and it will see it will give a output, and that output we will store in our total teams column. Okay, now let's execute this portion, and let's see whether we are we have completed this question or not. So let's execute that, and let's figure that out whether it have any error or not. Okay, so here you can see it is giving 20 as our total teams. So this problem we have also successfully executed it. Okay, so so far so good actually from our end. Now I hope till now you're comfortable with whatever concept that you have been going through. So we have successfully completed our problem 4. Now we will jump into our next problem, and that is list all teams that have won at least one World Cup. List all teams that have won at least one World Cup. Okay, this is interesting. List all teams. Okay, before that I want to show you the table so that you can make an idea about this question. So list all teams that have won at least one World Cup. So do we have any World Cup column? So we have country name, group letter, FIFA ranking, goals conceded. Do we have World Cup? Okay, we have World Cup titles. Okay, we have World Cup titles. We have already have a column that we can create our operation, and we have World Cup titles, and then what we have country name. Okay, so using this column I think we can complete this problem. So list all the teams that have won at least one World Cup. Okay, so this is the team. Okay, this is the team, and using this World Cup World Cup title, we can make a SQL command to solve this problem. So I'm giving you around 10 seconds to think about it. It is a bit complex, in my point of view. As a beginner, you can have a bit conundrum situation on this, but just brainstorming yourself whether you can understand this topic or not. List all teams that have won at least one World Cup. List all teams that have won at least one World Cup. Okay, so this is not difficult from my end, or it's difficult. I'm a bit confused. Okay, let's do it step by step. Okay, let's give select, then country name. So I'm having my team, then what is the column here? We have find World Cup titles. Okay, World Cup titles. So select the country name, then World Cup titles, World Cup titles. Okay, World Cup titles. Okay, select country name, World Cup titles from our table. I am mentioning here. Okay, where our World Cup, so it is list all the teams that have won at least one World Cup. So it has to won at least one World Cup. So here we have to give a condition. What condition we can give? We can give here that World Cup titles has to be greater than 0. Okay, then what we can give here? So whatever the list we will get, okay, whatever the list we will get, I want the list in descending order. Okay, so what is the order by? So whatever the list that we will have, so according to the column of World Cup titles, it has to set in descending order. Okay, so let's give that column. So World Cup titles column, then I want it in descending order. Okay, I want it in descending order. So list all teams. So I have list all teams that have won at least one World Cup. So select country name and World Cup titles from our table where our World Cup titles is greater than 0. Okay, so at least one, and order by World Cup titles DESC. So let's execute this portion and let's see whether our SQL command works or not. So let's show it. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, we have successfully execute that and no issue whatsoever. So only Italy and Uruguay, okay, only Italy and Uruguay have won at least one World Cup, or more than one World Cup. So Italy has 4 titles and Uruguay has 2 titles. So from our column, let's check it out whether it's correct or not. So World Cup titles, as you can see, most of the teams have 0, 0, 0 World Cup, and only this, okay, this is what? This is our Uruguay. Okay, this is Uruguay, and the next one perhaps Italy. Next one is Italy. Okay, this. So we have successfully fetched that data. Okay, fine. Now what we can do right now, we will move to our next question. So our 5 number question is also done from our end. Okay, now let's jump into our next question, which is display teams that score more goals than they conceded. Okay, okay, display teams. Okay, so here what we have to do, here, we have to figure that out. So display teams that have scored more than they conceded. So is there any goal scored column? Is there any column goal scored, goal scored, goal? Okay, goal scored and goal conceded. Okay, we have already find the column that we have to use to solve this problem. So goals scored and goals conceded. So display teams that have scored more goals than they conceded. Okay, display teams that score more goals than they conceded. Okay, display teams that score more goals than they conceded. Okay, so we can do one thing here, or further completing this question, I'm giving you around 10 seconds to think about it and just brainstorming it whether how you can solve this problem. Okay, we have to use goal scored and goals conceded column, that's for sure, and using this we have to solve our SQL problem. So do you have any idea how you can solve this? Just 10 seconds think about it, and after 10 seconds I will definitely move forward to its answer. Okay, and we will try to create an answer for this question, and we will see that whether we will successfully hit the question or not. Display teams that conceded more than they beg your pardon, display teams that scored more goals than they conceded. Okay. Okay, right now. So let's solve this problem. We have to give select. Okay, we will select our columns, which is country name, then we can what column next we can give. Let's give goals scored. Okay, goals scored, then we can give goals conceded. Okay, goals conceded column, then we can give a comma here. Then we have to show one thing, that the team that have scored more goals than they conceded. So let's find the difference. Let's find the goal difference here. So what is the goal difference here? Here our goals scored. Okay, we will give minus to goals conceded. Then we will store its value, or we are giving aliasing to a temporary column that we will create goal difference. Okay, goal difference from our table. This is our table, from our table. So what we have done so far, so our question is display teams that score more goals than they conceded. Okay, so we have taken the column name country name, we have taken the column name goals score and goals conceded, and we are showing the difference into goals difference column, and we are using aliasing for whatever output we will have, we will shift it to our temporary column name goals difference from our table. Okay, from our table where our goals underscore scored is greater than goals conceded. So display teams that score more goals than they conceded. So whatever the goal difference, okay, where goal score is greater than goals conceded. Is it correct? Let's figure that out, and before that, let's give a overview here. Select country name, goals score, goals conceded, and whatever difference, we are shifting it in goal difference. Okay, goal difference, whatever the goal difference, it will show into a separate column. Okay, so this is nothing but fine tuning. Okay, this portion, if we don't give, it is also done. Without it, we can also have a result like goals scored is greater than goals conceded, but we are showing what is the goal difference. Okay, what is the goal difference, and without it I will show you the result, no worry. So okay, let's copy it. Let's execute it first, and let's see what we will have. Okay, so here you can see that select country name, it is showing country name, goals score, it is showing goal score, it is showing goal conceded, it is showing goal conceded, and whatever the difference goals score minus goals conceded, okay, whatever the difference we are getting, we are storing it in goal difference. So here you can see it is storing in goal difference. You can see 2, so 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, so this line represent this portion represent this column. Okay, so this is nothing but aliasing from our table where goal score is greater than goal conceded. Okay, so 6 minus 2 is 4, 3 minus 2 is 1. So I hope you understand this concept, or you have understood this problem very much. So this is also done from our end, and let's move our next part. Okay, let's move our next part, which is our next question is list undefeated teams with 0 losses. Okay, before that I am showing you the table, and we have to figure that out which column we will use. Okay, so list undefeated teams, we have to list undefeated teams. Okay, so is there any column that I can represent with? Okay, losses. Okay, losses column, we have wins column and we have draws column. Okay, so okay, so list defeated teams with 0 losses. Okay, with 0 losses, we can give with 0 losses. Okay, so far so good. So list undefeated teams with 0 losses. So to answer it, how you can, how you are thinking to answer this question, tell me. Do you have any idea how you can solve this problem? List undefeated teams with 0 losses. Do you have any idea? Just have a brainstorming in this thing, that whether you can successfully answer it or not. List undefeated teams with 0 losses. It is actually not that complex from my end. It is very simple, and if you are even a beginner, you should understand it very clearly. You have to, I have already mentioned the columns that you have to use. You have to use wins, draws and losses. So using these three column, how can you answer this question? Using this 3 column, wins, draws and losses, how you can answer this question? I am giving you 10 seconds to think about it, and later I will answer it, and you can figure that out whether whatever the thinking that you have definitely matches with my answer or not. So I am giving you 10 minutes to think about it. It is very much easy, it is not that complex from my end. So I hope so far you have already think about something, so you must figure that out whether whatever command that I will give it is matching with your answer or not. So let's do it. So we have to use, so select our country name column, that which column we will use. We will use wins, we will use draws, and we will use losses. We will use losses from where? From our table. So this is our table. From this table, okay, where we can simply give where losses equals 0. As simple as that. Select country name, wins, draws, losses from FIFA World Cup DB dot World Cup teams. Okay, whatever the table we have, where losses equals 0. That's it. So this should work from my end. It should work actually, because I don't see anything irrelevant to according to this answer. Okay, according to this question, beg your pardon. So let's execute that and let's figure that out whether we are getting the exact output we are hoping, or we are getting the opposite output. So let's figure that out. Losses equals 0. So here you can see that Mexico losses, whatever losses it have, it is 0. Netherlands 0, Belgium 0. So whatever team or whatever country, as I mentioned, that have 0 losses, it is fetching the data successfully. Okay, so from our end it is also completed. So I hope you have understood this problem very easily. Okay, so it is a good news for us. So let's move forward to our next question. Display veteran star player age 30 or above. Okay, so before that I am showing you my column. So which problem is that? Display veteran star player age 30 or above. Oh, this is very easy. I want age column and star player. Is there any star player column? Star player. Okay. We have a star player column here. Okay, we have also star player age column. Okay, so we have to use these 2 column. So using these 2 column, we have to find another answer. So using star player name and star player age, we have to figure, we have to find what the result of this question is. Okay, so display veteran star player age 30 or above. So this is very easy, guys. You can definitely answer it. So I am giving you around 10 to 15 seconds to think about it, and to answer it yourself first, or think about it in your mind, and later whenever I am giving you the answer, or I'm giving the answer of this question, then you can match with your with whatever answer that you have gone through in your mind. Okay, So I'm giving you 10 to 15 time pause to think it in a tranquil environment. Okay, so let's start it. Just give a bit brainstorming and let's solve this problem. Very easy, guys. Star player name, star player age. Okay, so let's solve this problem. That we have to use, okay, we have to use select which column I need. I have to, okay, we have to use country name column, then star player name column, then we have to use star player age. Okay, so we have selected this 3 column from our table, from this table. Okay, from this table. So what condition we can give here so that we can have the exact result that the question is expecting from us. Display star player. Let's remove this veteran player so that you can have a dilemma. So rather than that, just make it short and simple and gorgeous. That display star players age 30 or above. So what condition we can give here? It is very simple, guys, very simple. So whatever the age that we have, it has to be greater than or equal to 30, so that we may have our answer. So whatever the result that whatever the list that I will have through this 3 line of code, so whatever the result that I will have, I want it into descending order. Okay, I want it into descending order. So according to star player age, it would give a list. So from that column, I want this list into descending order. Okay, into descending order. Now let's execute this portion and let's see whatever or what data it is giving, or whether our SQL program works or not. It is working fabulously, it is working just fine. So it is saying Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo, my idol. Don't mind if I if your idol is someone else, it is individual choice. So it is Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo; Croatia, Luka Modric; Poland, Robert Lewandowski, and so on. It is greater than or equal to 30. None of the player is less than 30. Okay, so it is coming whatever the star player age, it is coming into descending order. Okay, so here you can see star player age, whatever field that I am having here, it is coming in descending order. It is coming in descending order from greater to smaller. Okay, so I hope you have successfully completed this question as well. It is not that difficult from my end, or from your from your end. It shouldn't have much difficult as well. So let's move forward to our next problem. Okay, let's move forward to our next problem. So what is our next question? Our next question is find all teams wearing red as home color. Before that, I am showing you the table. So this is our table. So what is the question here? We are going to solve it. Find all teams wearing a red as home color. Okay, home color. Okay, so color, we have to see what columns we need to solve this problem. Okay, kit color home, kit color away. Okay, I think using these two column we can solve this problem. Find all teams wearing red as home color. Okay, home color, you can see kit color home, kit color away. So find all teams wearing red. So here you can see kit color, it may be green, red, orange, white. So we have to find which team wearing is wearing home color as red. Okay, so in kit color home, which team has a red color? So using this we can solve the problem. So I am giving you 10 to 15 seconds to think about it. It is very easy and you can try it. Okay, so let's think it like 10 to 15 seconds. Just give yourself some time so that you can think about it, that how you can solve this problem better. I am giving you a bit time. Think about it. 10 to 15 seconds. Come on, you can do it. Find all teams wearing red as home color. It is very easy, guys. Find all teams wearing red as home color. Find all teams wearing red as home color. Very easy, guys. Come on. So what we are going to do here, so first of all we have to select the country name, then kit color home, then kit color away. From what? From this table, okay, from this table where kit color home like, we have to give like so that it can search red. Okay, red, okay, person. Okay, so to search a letter, okay, suppose this is red, so to search this letters in our particular table kit color, beg your pardon, not particular table, it is particular column. If we want to search with this letter, then we have to use like. Okay, so where kit color home like red. So let's execute this portion and let's see whether it is giving us the exact output or not. So here you can see Canada, Belgium, South Korea, Portugal, Switzerland, Morocco, Denmark. It is giving or it is successfully giving whatever the home color, that is red, home color that is red, it is showing it here. So if I remove it and if I give here, so here you can see kit color home. So yeah, all the teams wearing red as home color, it is fetching that data. So we have also done this portion. So far so good from our end, and we can move to our next part as well. So this is the last question, that is, you know, from our basic question list. So I hope you have understood the concept very well so far. So display teams that have played 2 matches so far. Okay, now we have to do one thing: display teams that have played 2 matches so far. Matches. So matches related fields, we have to figure that out. Okay, matches played. Okay, here you can see matches played column is present here. So using this we can, you know, we can solve this problem. But before that, I'm giving you 10 to 15 seconds to, you know, brainstorm, to think about, you know, how you can find this problem. So display teams that have played 2 matches so far. This is very easy, guys. I have already given you the column name matches played, and using this you can definitely answer this question. Let's finish it, guys. First of all, we have to select country name, then we have to select matches. We have to select matches played column from where? From our table. I'm giving copy and paste from our table, where we can give matches played, where matches played equals 2. So display teams that have played 2 matches so far. So I am taking teams, which is country name, and matches played, which is, you know, whatever the team that have matches played, from our table, where matches played equals to 2. So exactly whoever team that have played 2 matches, their records will be fetched from our table. So let's execute this and let's see whether we have successfully, you know, have our solution or not. So here you can see Mexico, Canada, Netherlands, Senegal, Poland, Saudi Arabia, Belgium, all have matches, all have played 2 matches. Okay, so this problem we have successfully completed, as I am giving done here. Now I'm showing you the table here. Okay, now we will move forward to our intermediate level problems, which is from 11 to 20. Okay, so problem 11: calculate the average number of goals scored by all teams. Calculate the average number of goals scored by all teams. Okay, we have to give average. Okay, this is, I think this is a bit tricky one. So calculate the average. We have to calculate the average number of goals scored by all teams. So to select the average number of goals scored by all teams, we have to go through some calculations using average function. So let's do it. Select average, average what? Average goals score. Okay, average goals scored, average goals scored as, let's give the output into another temporary column, which we can give average goals scored. Okay, then we can calculate the average goal score. Okay, average goal score. So calculate the average number of goals scored by teams. So this is from our table. Okay, so this is from our table, this. So far you can see what is the average. So goals score, so our goals score. Okay, so goals score, as you can see here, goals score. So each team has, you know, scored some portion of goals. So whatever the goals, the average will come automatically using this average function. Okay, so select average goals score as average goal score from our table. So let's execute this portion. So here you can see the average goals score is 2.35. okay, so this we have also completed. Okay, well guys, okay, we have already completed 11 problems. Now let's move forward to our number 12 problem. Okay, find top 3 high scoring teams. Oh, this is easy, man. This is so much easy. I am showing you the table here, and from that just give me an overview. Find top 3 high scoring teams. It is very easy. Find top 3 highest scoring teams. It has to be very easy, guys. You can do it. Find top 3 high scoring teams. You have to use goals scored column and points column, and using that find the top 3 high scoring teams. Using goal scored column, you can finish this question single-handedly. Find top 3 high scoring teams. I am giving you 10 to 15 seconds to think about it, and later we will when I will give you the solve, then you can match with it. Okay, find top 3 high scoring teams. This is very easy, guys. Okay, let's do it. So first of all, we have to select the column that we need. Country name. Okay, country name. Then we can select goals score, as we can see from here, goals score. So let's select that, goals scored. Then from our table. Okay, so select country name and goal score from our table. So order by goal score. Okay, order by goal score, and we want 3 highest, so we will give limit 3. So we have already select country name, then goal scored from our table, where order by goal score, you know, we need top 3. We need top 3 data from our goal scored. Okay, so whatever team that scored the highest, top 3 I want it. Now let's execute that and let's figure that out, whether whatever query that we have write, it is exactly as expected or not. As you can see from here, Saudi Arabia, Canada and Ecuador goals scored. Okay, so top 3, this is Saudi Arabia, Canada and Ecuador. So this is also done from our end. Now we will move forward to our next question, which is show total points earned by each group. Okay, this is a bit tricky, I think. Show total points earned by each group. Okay, each group, I think we have to use group by here. So, and also we have to use points column here. We have to use points column here. And then what we can use here, we can use group letter, because we have to show total points earned by each group. And what is the group? Group is this column, group letter. Okay, we don't need to give group's name, we have to give group's letter, or we have to give what is the group of each team. Okay, so I'm giving you 5 to 10 seconds to think about it, guys. It is not much hard actually. You can definitely surpass its complexity. It is not that hard at all. Okay, now let's solve this problem. Let's see what output or what command if we give, whether so that we can successfully have our result. So first of all, let's select our group letter, as it's coming at the first stage, group letter. So this is our column, select group letter, and we can give sum. Okay, we can give sum of our points, as total group points from our table so each group. Okay, so for each group we have to use group by group letter. So each group we have to give. So what is our group? This is our group letter or group column. Okay, so group by our group column, and whatever the output we will have, we will give order by total. Whatever output we are getting from here, I want this in descending order. Okay, so show total points earned by each group. So to group a column, in this case our group column name is group letter. That's why we have given this group letter column, because it represents our team's group. Okay, and later the group by will automatically group each and every team's group by default, and whatever the result we have, the total group point we show in descending order. Now let's run this program and let's see what we have. So here you can see group letter, the total group point. Okay, in group A, the total group points is 11. Then group letter B, total group points is 9. Then group letter C, or I beg your pardon, group letter D, whatever the total group point, it is coming as expected. So I hope you have understood this topic as well. This is done from our end. Okay, if you have any problem you can comment that. Okay, then what we can give here, find teams where the star player is the captain. Okay, before that I am showing you one thing. I am showing you this. I am showing you the table. So here our 14 number question, find teams where the star player is the captain. So star player name you can see from here. This is our column, star player name. So we will use country name, we will use star player name, and is there any other column present here? Star player, star player, star player, star player. Okay, star player, as it is just saying that what, find the teams where the star player is the captain. Okay, star player is the captain. Okay, star player is the captain. Okay, so this is another column, it is captain. So in each team there is a star player, and in each team there is a captain. Okay, so we have to find where the star player is the captain. Where is star player is the captain? So I am giving you 10 to 15 minutes to think about it and to answer this question. Okay, to answer this question so that you can understand this concept a bit deep. So I am giving you 10 seconds to think about it. Okay, find the teams where the star player is the captain. Okay, now let's solve it. So we will select what we can give here. Okay, select country name. So beg your pardon, country name, select country name and star player name. Then we can have which column, captain name. Okay, captain name from our table. This is our table. I am just copy and pasting it, where our star player, equals to our captain. This condition fulfills our question demand. Okay, find teams where the star player is the captain. Let's execute this portion and let's see whether any data is coming or not. Do we have any error? Yes, we do have an error. Star player name, whatever, select country name, start player name, captain name, error, unknown column, star. Okay, start player, it should be start player. Star player, start. What I have done, star player name, captain name. Okay, let's clear this and let's run this again. FIFA World Cup. Okay, none of the star player is the captain. Okay, none of the star player is the captain, and that's why we are not having any data at all. Okay, so this also we have done so far, and I will show you the table again, and let's jump into our next problem, which is half of way of our session. So let's complete it. Calculate points per match ratio for each team. Okay, this is something, this is a bit complex. This is a bit complex, I have to say. Calculate the point per match ratio for each team. Calculate the point per match ratio for each team. You have to think about it, guys, that what what is the answer of it. You have to think about it. Calculate points per match ratio for each team. Calculate points per match ratio for each team. We have to calculate points. Okay, we have to calculate points per match, matches played per match ratio for each team. Okay, got it. Okay, so we have to use country name column, then we have to use points column, then we have to use matches played column, and then we have to round the figure as point per match, and also we have to make sure that where the matches played is greater than 0. Okay, calculate points per match ratio for each team. Okay, points. Okay, let's solve it. We have to give select, then country, then country name. Okay, select country name column, then points column, then matches played column, and to find the ratio we have to do one thing. We can use a round. Function, and then we can give here points. We can give here points divided by matches played. So this is our ratio, which is points divided by matches played. Why I'm getting a bit error here? Points matches played. Okay, so here I will take 2 decimal number and then whatever result we will have, I want to store it in points per match column. From where? From our table. Okay, order by what? Whatever order by points per match. Whatever result we have, I want it in descending order. Okay, DESC. So why it is showing an error? Is that an error? Okay, what error it is showing? There shouldn't be an error here. Select country name points matches played, whatever our ratio, we are storing it in a column points per match from our table, where order by whatever result that we have here, point per match, it would come in descending order. Now let's execute this. Okay, we have an error here. Round select. Okay, error code. You have an error in your SQL from FIFA World Cup. World Cup teams, World Cup teams, World Cup teams, from World Cup teams. Okay, round, select country name point, there is no error. Round points divided by matches played, points divided matches played 2 as points per match from this round. It is showing an error here. What error it is? This is interesting. Select country name points matches played. Okay, do I have to give a comma here? Here what I have to do here? Okay, I have to give a comma here. So select country name points matches played from here. This is our ratio, and whatever the result we want to store in points per match, and this is from our table, where I want whatever the result that is coming, I want it in descending order. Okay, now let's execute that. Okay, successfully. Right now I'm having it, and here you can see points per match, which is our ratio. Okay, so points per match, or ratio, we can say ratio here, ratio, and I want ratio as descending order. Let's execute this. Okay, so here you can have your answer here. Okay, calculate points per match ratio for each team. So for Netherlands, the ratio is 3. For Portugal, the ratio is 3, and so on. You are having all 20 teams ratio. Okay, so I hope you have understood this concept, and let's move forward to our next topic. Beg your pardon, this should have been done. Now let's jump into our next question, which is find dominant teams with goal difference more than 2. Before that, let's see our table first, so that we can understand which column we have to go through. So okay, let's do it. Find dominant teams with goal difference, whatever the goal difference, whatever the goal that they have given, and whatever the goal that they have conceded, the goal difference is greater than 2. Okay, so we need country name column, we need goal score column, we need goals conceded column. Okay, so using these 3 column, how we can solve this problem? This should be our primary motive, that using this 3 column, how we can solve this 3 problem. This is very easy, guys, from my end, as this same type of question we have already go through earlier. Find dominant teams with goal difference greater than 2. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it, and let's you can assume with my with my coding that this can happen, and if my answer goes exactly to your way, then you are way much ahead in SQL programming. Okay, so select country name, whatever column we will use, country name, goals scored, then goals conceded, then what is the difference? I want to put it into a separate column. So goal scored here minus goals conceded. So this difference I want to show, or whatever the result that will come, I want to show it into another temporary column which I am creating using aliasing or as. So this column name I can give goal difference. Okay, goal difference from our table. So this is our table. Let's copy this line, let's paste it from our table, where whatever result that we have, I want it in descending order. So for that I can give order by goal difference, then it should come to descending order. Okay, so let's execute this and let's figure that out, whether whatever query that we have given so far, it is exactly matching with our expected output or not. Okay, we have done one thing. It is showing. Okay, let's clear this, let's execute it. Okay, here you can see it is showing an error. So what is the error? The error is select country name, goals scored. It is giving error code function employee table does not exist. What? Employee table? From employee table? FIFA World Cup. From where it is coming? Employee table. Employee table, goals conceded. Employee table. Goal difference, goal conceded. Select country. Why it is giving this error? I'm not getting it. Function employee table dot conceded does not exist. From FIFA World Cup. I've already given where goals conceded. Goals score minus goals conceded as goal difference from our table, order by goal difference, DESC. Okay. Goal difference has to be greater than 2. Okay, we haven't given this actually, where we have to give goal conceded and goal difference. Okay, this portion is greater than 2. Now let's execute this. It is showing an error. This error should have not come here. Function emp table, function employee table. Why it is redirecting to employee table? I have not mentioned employee table. World Cup teams, FIFA World Cup 2000 DB World Cup teams. Okay, this table it is pointing from this. Give me 5 minutes, give me a few minutes here. Here you can see it is giving function employee table, but I am pointing it to this DB table and then this table World Cup teams. So select country name, goal scored, this goal score, goal considered as goal difference from this, where goal considered is yato. It is giving an error. Okay, it is coming nice and fine from this. Let's copy it and let's paste it here from this, and let's okay, country name, goal scored. Acha, okay, which function it is giving an error? Goals conceded does not exist. Goals conceded does not exist. Error code function employee table, goals conceded does not exist. Goals conceded is showing here. Goals conceded. Okay, goals conceded not here. This is strange. Goals conceded. Goals conceded. Conceded here. Goals conceded. FIFA World Cup, this. Let's execute this. No, still same issue. I cannot find any issue here. Why it is giving error again and again? Select country. Let's give here select country name, then we can give goals scored, then goals conceded. Okay, then okay, we have to give a comma here. Okay, let's see whether right now we can successfully execute this or not. Okay, finally we are having our output. So here you can see Portugal, goal scored, goal conceded, and the goal difference, whatever the goal difference, it's coming well and good. So find dominant teams with goal difference greater than 2. So whatever the teams that the goal difference is greater than 2, it is giving the team's name. It is Portugal, Netherlands, and Morocco. Okay, we have successfully done this part as well. Now we will move forward to our next part. That is list teams with more than 2 World Cup titles. List teams, okay, with more than 2 World Cup, more than 2 World Cup titles. So let's see what data we have. Here, list teams with more than 2 World Cup titles. Okay, list teams with more than 2 World Cup titles. This is interesting. So what column we need it here? We definitely need country name. Then we can move to which column we can take from here. World Cup titles. Here you can see World Cup titles. So using these 2 columns we can solve this problem, and this is very easy, guys. List teams with more than 2 World Cup titles. So let's finish it. Okay, select select country underscore name, then we can give World Cup titles, I guess, titles, World Cup titles. Okay, from our table, okay, where our World Cup title is greater than or equal to 2. Okay, is greater than or equal to 2. Okay, and what we want, whatever the result we will have, I want in descending order. So we can give World Cup titles, whatever the list we have, it should come into descending order. Okay, now let's execute that. So here you can see World Cup titles greater than 2. So mainly Italy and Uruguay have won equals to 2 World Cup or more than 2 World Cup. Okay, and rest of the team that haven't World Cup yet, or just World Cup the gain is for a single event. So I hope this is clear from your end. Right now what we will give here, so find 5 youngest star player in the tournament. Before that, let's see what data we have in our table. Find 5 youngest star players in the tournament. So in the tournament you have to find 5 young star players. Find young star players. Okay, this is a bit tricky. Okay, 18. Find 5 youngest star player in the tournament. Youngest player, star player, captain, World Cup, best performance, youngest star player, youngest star, youngest. There is no youngest player here. There is no youngest player name here. So how I can know who the youngest player is? Star player we can have, but there is no youngest player name. Okay, for now we will skip this problem. Okay, we will skip this problem because I think there is an issue with this problem. So let's skip it, and we will move forward to our next question, which is find teams that won all their matches. Find teams that won all their matches. Okay, so for that we will fast forward our problems, and we will definitely don't take much time. So let's solve it, guys, and also align with me so that you can understand the topic very well. Select country name, then we can give is there any win column here? So here, oh my god, let's see it. Okay, now here what I have to do, find teams that won all their matches. So is there any win column? Yes, wins column. So this is a wins column. Then matches played, matches underscore played, matches played from our table, okay, from our table, where wins equals to matches underscore played and matches played greater than 0. So here you can see find teams that won all their matches. Okay, so this is our condition. This is nothing but our condition, that where wins, whatever wins we have, it has to be, you know, number of matches they have played, and another condition is number of matches they played should be greater than 0. So here let's execute this and let's see whether we are getting any. Okay, unknown column. What column? Matches played. Matches played. MATCH. Matches played. Okay. Matches played. Okay, right now let's execute this. Okay, here you can see. So wins, this is the win and this is matches played. So you know, it is giving the exact data that we want from this question, that teams that won all their matches. Okay, now let's move to our next question. Show the teams with highest points in the group, in each group. So show the team with highest point in each group. Okay, let's see the table first. Okay, let's see the table first here. So what we can do here, we can do here, show the team with highest point in each group. Okay, this is we have to select group letter. We have to select group letter. Why? Because we have to show the team with the highest point in each group. Okay, so to refer a group, okay, so in our data table, to refer group, which column we have to add, we have to refer, or which column we have to identify, it is group letter, because ultimately group letter column represent the group. Okay, so select group letter, then we can give something like max points, max points actually, max points. Then we can give aliasing as max underscore points from our table, okay. Then we can give group by group letter. Okay, so in this way we can show the team with the highest point in each group. So in each group we have given group by group letter to distribute each group, and whatever in each group we have the max point, it is distributing. Okay, and we are storing that result in our temporary column max points. So let's execute this portion and let's see. Here you can see from each group whatever the points, you know, whatever the max point that is coming, we are just fetching that data. Group A max point is 6, group B it's 6, group C it's 4. So this one is also complete from our end. Now let's move forward to our next question, and that is to create ranking of teams based on points and goal difference. So we have to do ranking on teams based on points, based of points and goal difference. Okay, based of points and goal difference. So let's give select country underscore name, then goal difference. Okay, so for goal difference we have already done this goal difference. Where it is goal difference, here you can see goal difference. Let's copy it. Let's copy it, and here let's paste it. Goals score minus goal conceded as goal difference. Okay, as goal difference, and we will rank over what? Over order by points. Okay, order by points column DESC. Okay, then which column do I need? Let me check my table. Okay, now what I can do here, DESC order by points DESC, then we can give goals conceded. So order by points DESC, then goals conceded DESC. Okay, then we can give as team rank from what? Difference, do I have to give comma here? Yes. From what? From our table here. Okay, so select country name from this, select country name and goal score, I mean whatever the goal difference, I'm showing it in goal diff, and we are ranking over order by points, and this is the goal difference. Okay, DSC as team rank. So create ranking on teams based on points. So first of all, we are ranking over what? We are ranking over points, this portion we are ranking over points, and then what it has included, and the goal difference. Okay, so how we can do the goal difference? So we are ranking over here points, and we are ranking over this goal difference. Okay, we are ranking over this goal difference, and whatever the ranking we want, it is automatically handled by this rank function. Okay, so let's execute that and let's figure that out whether our answer is correct or not. Okay, here you can see, so this is definitely the goal difference of each team, and this is the team rank. So goal difference, you can see Portugal goal difference is 6, it is number 1. Netherlands goal difference is 4, it is number 2. Morocco goal difference 4, it is number 2. Mexico goal difference 2, it is number 4. Okay, it is team rank actually. So 1 2 2 4 4 6 6. Okay, 2 2. Okay, here you know the number 4, it is rank 2. So similarly Morocco has equal goal difference, so similarly it is giving the rank 2 automatically. Okay, so I hope you understand this portion so far. Now let's go to our next topic, which is find teams with points above their group's average. Okay, find teams with points. Find team with points above their group average. Group average, we have to find teams with points. What about the points they have? It is above the group's average. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, group by. This is something very big actually. I need to think about it. Okay guys, we will not solve 30 problem here. We will solve only 25 for today because I have some urgent work right now, and we will solve only 25 problems for today. Okay, so this one, find teams with points above their group average. Before that, I am showing you the table. This is our table. Now what we have to do, find teams with points above their group average. Okay, find teams with points above their group's average. So whatever the group average. Okay, I got it. So first of all, it is with group average. So let's give width. We have to give group average. Okay, group average as, okay, as what? As select group letter, then we can give average what point, average point, average points as average points from our table, okay, from our table, group by group letter. Okay, group letter. Then what we can give, find teams with points above their group average, with group average. Okay, group average, average points. So this is nothing but group average. Okay, this is nothing but group average. So whatever the average, we are finding it first, that select group letter and their average point as average points from our table, where group by is group letter. It is nothing but our group. Okay, so this is nothing, it is group average. And second thing, what we have to find, we have to find teams with points above their group average. So this is the group average that right now we have, and we have to find the teams which have above group average. Okay, so for that, what we have to do, we have to do one thing. We can give select t. Okay, select t dot country name, t dot country name. Then what we can give, we can give group underscore letter, group letter t dot, let's give t dot group letter, then t dot points, we can give round g dot average points, and pick 2 decimal number as group average from this team, this team T join group average G on T dot group letter equals to G dot group letter, where T dot points is greater than G dot average points. Let's execute that and let's see whether we are getting our exact output or not. Okay, here you can see this is nothing but our group average, and this is the country name. Okay, this is the country name, it is the group letter and the points, and the points of of other teams that have greater points than the average point. Okay, that have greater point than the average points. So in this way, I hope you understand this concept, and this is also done from our end. This is done. Okay, now we will find another question, that is calculate goals plus assist for star player. Okay, we have to do one thing. Let's see the table first. So here calculate goals plus assist from star player. So from our star player, here you can see from our star player, whatever the goals and contribution, star player age, star player assist. Okay, star player goals and star player assist. So combining that, what is the contribution? So we have to calculate that. Okay, so I think this is not very difficult from my side. It has to be using this two column we can solve this problem. How we can do that? So let's solve it. Select country name, then star player name. So we have to do one thing. We have to give star player goals. Okay, star player goals plus star player assist. We are going to show this output as total contributions. Okay, as total contributions. Then what we can give here, star player goals, star player assist. Okay, from what? Star player name, star player goal, star player assist, from our table. This is our table. So from our table, okay, from our table, order by whatever the list we are getting, I want it in descending order. Okay, and I'm giving limit 10. Okay, now let's run this and let's see. Okay, we have unknown column start. Again same mistake. Start player star player okay, star player. Now let's execute this. Again start player. Star player. Let's execute this. Unknown column star. Star players. Unknown column star player assist. Star player assist. This is unknown column. How? Let's see our table first. Star player assists. Okay, this is plural. Star player goals, assists. Star player goals, star player assists, star player assists. Contributions. Let's execute that. Okay, you can see from here. So whatever contribution that is combined, goals plus assist from the respected star player, it is showing here. Okay, it is showing here successfully. So this portion also we have also completed that. Okay, now we will move forward to display group standings in a readable format. Display group standings in a readable format. Okay guys, for now we will also ignore this, skip it. Okay, skip it, as I'm having running time. Find teams that lost all their matches. Okay, we have to find teams that lost all their matches. So let's give select, then country name, country underscore name. Do we have any other columns here? Do I have any columns here which represent losses? This column I have. So here I will select losses column, then matches played column, then goals column, goals scored column, then I can have goals conceded column. From what? From our table. This is our table, from our table. Okay, where losses equals to matches played. Okay, and I can give matches underscore played is greater than 0, and whatever the list I will have, I want it goals conceded, I want the list in descending order. Now let's execute that and let's see whether we are having the exact, yes, we are having the exact output. Find teams that lost all their matches. So loses 2, match played 2, and relatable data, goal score, goal conceded, everything is coming here. So this is all our 25 problems that we have, not 25 problems actually, we have skipped some of the problems, but I hope you understand the topics whatever that is learned in our today's session. So this is it for today, guys, and I'll see you next time with new dataset. Okay, take care, bye bye.